Donald Trump says he may not tell the FBI if foreign governments offered damaging information against his rivals in the upcoming presidential race. This comes after an ABC News exclusive interview with the president yesterday. ABC's Lana Zach shows us part of that interview.
This morning, President Trump has ignited renewed debate about foreign election interference following his exclusive interview with ABC's George Stephanopoulos.
Your campaign this time around, if foreigners, if Russia, if China, if someone else offers you information on an opponent, should they accept it or should they call the FBI?
I think maybe you do both. I think you might want to listen. There's nothing wrong with listening.
Do you want that kind of interference in our elections?
It's not an interference. They have information. I think I'd take it. If I thought there was something wrong, I'd go maybe to the FBI if I thought there was something wrong. But when somebody comes up with Oppo research, right? They come up with Oppo research. Oh, let's call the FBI. The FBI doesn't have enough agents to take care of it. But you go and talk honestly to congressmen. They all do it. They always have. And that's the way it is. It's called Oppo research.
But Republican Congressman John Radcliffe disagreed with the president on Fox.
Well, I think any candidate that gets information from another country about their opponent should talk to the FBI. That's certainly what I would do.
And the president's comment contradicts his own Attorney General William Barr and FBI Director Christopher Wray.
That's something that the FBI would want to know about.
ABC's Lana Zach reporting. New York U.S. Representative Jerry Nadler, the head of the House Judiciary Committee, called the president's comments shocking. Meanwhile, 2020 Democratic presidential candidate and California U.S. Senator Kamala Harris says the president is putting his self-interest above our democracy.
The former sailing coach at Stanford University is not going to prison in a college admissions scandal that happened back in March. John Vandermoer pled guilty to conspiracy for arranging bribes to the sailing program. He had designated 2 applicants with no sailing experience as recruits. Yesterday, he was sentenced to 2 years supervised release and a $10,000 fine. He expressed his remorse after the sentencing.
Mistakes are never felt by just yourself. This mistake impacted the people I love and admire most. Stanford is a place that I love. I have brought a cloud over Stanford, and for that I am deeply ashamed.
He is the first person to be sentenced in the admissions scandal. He is among 50 people, including parents and coaches, that were arrested.
Investigators say the man accused of shooting former Boston Red Sox player David Ortiz was paid to kill him. Ortiz was shot in the back in a bar in the Dominican Republic on Sunday. Police there have arrested 7 men and are still searching for one more. They say one of the men admitted to shooting Ortiz and said the group was paid almost $8,000 to carry out the hit. They did not give a motive for the shooting or say who hired them. Ortiz remains in intensive care at a hospital in Boston.
One man is dead after crashing his SUV into a restaurant in Texas. Watch here as his SUV goes right through the front, knocking down everything in its path. Police say the driver had an initial minor crash at a median just south of the business and was told the police were coming. That's when he took off, crashing into a catering business late yesterday morning. Police say at the median crash, witnesses reporting smelling a chemical on the driver. Investigators say he may have been under the influence. Toxicology reports are now pending. Police in Michigan are investigating a hit and run that was caught on camera. The video shows an SUV hitting a bicyclist waiting at a red light right there. The investigators' reaction made it look like he blamed the cyclist for the crash, and then the driver took off. The cyclist got back on his bike. He says he has a camera on the back of it, which got smashed. He says a distracted driver hit him a few years ago. All right, it is 5:26 right now. Let's take a live look at traffic and weather conditions with meteorologist Eric Sorensen.
Yeah, good to be taking your bike outside here this morning, and an also good reminder for all drivers to watch out for those cyclists and motorcyclists as well. Looking out to I-74 downtown Moline, you can see traffic is moving along fine right there here this morning. Now, we're tracking some cool temperatures, feeling like April outside today. It's a refresher. Highs barely getting into the lower 70s. Chilly again for tonight. Some 40s as we wake up tomorrow morning. Looking outside, it's Storm Tracking Live Doppler radar showing that classic comma shape of low pressure. That's what brought us the rain. It's moving away, and in its wake, we've got dry conditions. The muggy meter barely even registering here. That's how nice our weather is, but it's not going to stay that way. We are forecasting changes by the time we head in toward this weekend. You can see it right now in the Storm Track 8 weather app, or just stick around for us on the other side of the break.